Hey everybody, Duck Number 8 Wooden Railway here, and today we're going to review Thomas and His Friends Help Out. Thomas and His Friends Help Out is a DVD with 11 episodes this time. 5 of them are from Season 1, 3 of them are from Season 2, and 3 of them are from Season 3. It was originally distributed by Anchor Bay in 2003. However, Anchor Bay did re-release this in 2007 or 8 with a newer design for this. But then it was re-released by Lionsgate in 2009, and it was told by George Carlin. My copy is the original 2003 Anchor Bay copy. The front has an orange background, blue title, picture of Thomas and Bertie, screenshot from Percy's Promise, the episode, and the DVD logo. The side has Cartoon Thomas, DVD logo, orange, blue title, Anchor Bay logo, and the back has the blurb. It has the Told by George Carlin sign up here, snapshots from the episodes Thomas, Percy, and the Mail Train and Saved from Scrap. It has the menu down here at the bottom and the Anchor Bay license. The disc is a squished up version of the front poster art. Here is the booklet. My copy didn't come with the actual booklet, so I just printed the booklet instead. The front. This is where you could view the main menu, the Pick a Story, the Character Gallery, or the Web Fun. And here at the back, it's collect all of your favorite Thomas videos. These are the VHSs, but if you see the yellow tag on them, that means they're also available on DVD. Now we are going to talk about the episodes. So the episodes that we have for this release are Edward Helps Out, Foolish Freight Cars, Thomas, Percy and the Mail Train, Thomas Breaks the Rules, Down the Mine, Percy's Promise, Trouble in the Shed, Donald and Douglas, Saved from Scrap, Bertie's Chase, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. Edward Helps Out, Foolish Freight Cars, Thomas Breaks the Rules, Down the Mine, and Trouble in the Shed are the 5 from Season 1. Then Donald and Douglas, Saved from Scrap, and Bertie's Chase are the 3 from Season 2. And then the other 3 are the Season 3 episodes. Percy's Promise, Thomas, Percy and the Mail Train, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. There are no sing-along songs for this release. And this is the first release where I'm not going to talk about all the episodes when we go through them individually. I'm not going to review Thomas, Percy and the Mail Train, Percy's Promise, or Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, because I reviewed those episodes in previous releases. So, I'm going to talk about the episodes that we haven't talked about yet. So, Episode 1, Edward Helps Out. Great episode. I love the whole Edward and Gordon thing and how Gordon was stuck on the hill. Episode 2, Foolish Freight Cars. Great episode, another great one. I love James on the hill and the freight car scene. So, yeah. We're going to skip to Episode 4, Thomas Breaks the Rules. This episode is really good. I love Thomas's role. Episode 5, Down the Mine. Another great episode. I love when Thomas disobeyed the board and fell down the mine. We're going to skip to Episode 7, Trouble in the Shed. A great episode, great introduction to Percy, and I like the whole strike scene. Episode 8, Donald and Douglas. Great episode, a great introduction to Donald and Douglas. I love everything about this episode, their roles. Episode 9, Saved from Scrap. I love this episode, another great one. Edward was saving Trevor from scrap. I love that. Episode 10, Bertie's Chase. Another great episode. I love how Bertie was chasing Edward. And Episode 11, we're not going to talk about because I already talked about it in the past. So yeah, that's the release. All good episodes, though. Now we are going to talk about why we have these characters here. So, the reason I have Edward here is because he is the main character in Edward Helps Out, Saved from Scrap, and Bertie's Chase. I've got James here because he's the main character in Foolish Freight Cars. I've got Thomas here because he is the main character in the episodes Thomas, Percy, and the Mail Train, Thomas Breaks the Rules, Down the Mine, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. I got Gordon here because he's the main character in Edward Helps Out, and maybe he kind of had a major role in Down the Mine. I've got James here because, in case, I don't know if I forgot to talk about why he was here. He was the main character in Foolish Freight Cars. So many episodes, that's why it's hard. Percy is here because he's the main character in Thomas Percy and the Mail Train, Percy's Promise, Trouble in the Shed as his introduction episode, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. Donald and Douglas are here because they're the main characters in Donald and Douglas, the episode itself, which is what they are named after, well, at least in the US version. The UK is called Breakvan. Hopefully I get the Spiteful Breakvan for the time we do Thomas Percy and the Dragon for that release. But anyways, too soon to talk about that. I've got Bertie here because he's the main character in Bertie's Chase. Terrence is here because he's the main character. Well, he kind of had a major role in Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. Trevor is here because he's the main character in Save from Scrap. And Harold is here because he kind of had a major role in Thomas Percy and the Mail Train, Percy's Promise, and Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure. So, yep, those are all the characters that we had to put for this release. Up next, I'm going to tell you my thoughts about this. It's a great release, lots of great episodes. Most of them are great stories. How could this have 11 episodes? On the VHS, it has at least one episode from the first 11 VHSs. This release is the first one with no song. It's the only release until Thomas's Halloween Adventures with 11 episodes, and it's the first with 11 episodes. The colors blue and orange looks like Races, Rescues, and Runaways. And additionally, it's the first DVD, not counting the best of DVDs, to say, not to say, and other Thomas adventures. It doesn't have that here. That's cool. So anyways, this is all I have to talk about for this release, and stay tuned for James and the Red Balloon.